think you could best describe Midtown as a diamond, and sometimes a diamond in the rough, but a very important part of Cleveland.
One of my favorite places used to be Ruthie and Moe's, but we will soon have that restaurant open again at 40th and Prospect, and it really acted as a gathering point. And Summers is going to be opening that restaurant again very soon.
And when I think of Midtown, I think of sort of the energy of the place and the enthusiasm of the place.
There's a lot of concern about the overall image and the overall security and how well businesses perform in the Midtown area. So in that sense, I think it's an excellent business environment for not only the business but also employees.
We're way more than a corridor. We're way more than east-west streets that people hit the gas and move through. This is a place.
I remember, and one of the things that also impressed me so much about Midtown was asking the question, why do we do what we do? Why are we fighting so hard in maintaining investment in business? And I can say from the constituency that was involved, in their head it was, we're providing jobs. This isn't just about us.
The backbone of Midtown has been, as Mort Mandela always liked to put it, he said it's hometown people addressing hometown problems with hometown solutions, and we can't lose sight of that.
There's been significant public investment in the Midtown area, particularly in the Euclid Corridor development that connects University Circle with downtown, that whole transit spine, that corridor there. That, I think, will bring a lot of benefit to the Midtown area.
So I really think of the Technology Center as one of the more exciting projects we're working on right now. I think also the fact that we have the master plan in place for Midtown, that has been something that we have really accomplished over the last couple of years. As businesses look at Midtown, they recognize that we have a plan in place to create a good, strong community.
Midtown is a location. It has presence, it's a community player and a leader in the community.
I don't know what it is, but it seems to be once you get involved, unless you're carried out on a stretcher or you move away, you stay involved.
I get a lot of energy from our stakeholders because the people that are in those committees or on our board are people that are committed to this area, believe in what they're doing, investing time and money in an organization that's sole purpose is to make this a better place.
I think we've been blessed to have not only good volunteer leadership, but very good professional leadership, who didn't just, I'd like to think, didn't just work for money, they cared.
It's a place where economic development and people's intuitive desire to help rebuild Cleveland organically happens. It's very rare to find a community that has as many what I call day residents, basically the business community, that are as concerned about it as the evening residents, which is the residential community.
The urban that I love and the urban that is so positive is what we've been able to do here in Midtown. We turned the corner. We got people to say, this is a good place.
We are more than just a business district. We're a neighborhood, and we're growing as a neighborhood. We're starting to see over the years, and that's why we changed our name from Midtown Corridor.
We're currently tracking $2.6 billion worth of work on either side of Euclid Avenue. I'll use a term I used before. There's optimism, there's vision, there's a feeling that we can do it here, which is very important.
The importance of the location's always been there, but Midtown's the current importance of Midtown is really weaving downtown, University Circle, the clinic, and all the institutions together in sort of a place of innovation.
As a stakeholder in the community, when you spend your hours here in committee work, so on and so forth, you have a distinct comfort level that the decisions that are being made in the committee are also being executed by the staff.
Having Midtown there is brought a cohesiveness to the area for development. People can rally around Midtown.
MidTown Cleveland just played an incredible role, particularly during his 25-year tenure, in helping to revitalize and resuscitate that important part of the Cleveland core.
Midtown is more than just a model for the region. Midtown is a model for the state. And Governor Strickland and I repeatedly talk about how Midtown's revival and restoration and revitalization is a model for how to take a unique place with a unique geographic space and use it as a place to grow and flourish neighborhoods and industries and businesses.
Very important light bulb that went on in the minds of the people in this area, and that is that they had a symbiotic relationship. That is, that if they wanted to see the area grow, the best way they could do it is by cooperating with other businesses in the area. What happened was that MidTown came together. Peggy Murphy had a nice smile on her face, and some of the businesses started to use peer pressure and said, you know what, we're going to paint up, we're going to buy, we're going to fix our places up. We want to show the pride of this area.
Trust is a big piece of MidTown's success. We were fortunate that a lot of that trust and credibility was built from the very beginning of this organization.
What excites me the most is looking at the numbers, how there's been an increase in employment, increase in business, increase in reinvestment.
What MidTown did, I think, that is ever so important in the redevelopment game is to begin to do strategic planning and physical planning and start to imagine what could this place be like when the reinvestment process occurs.
I think all you need to do to be excited about what the future holds for MidTown Cleveland is to take a look at how the area looked 30 years ago, before MidTown Cleveland began its extraordinary revitalization efforts.
Euclid Corridor Project is the first project that the Department of Transportation has done under something called New Starts. And I really believe it's going to be a real plus. I know there's a great deal of inconvenience now to the folks that are here, but I think it's going to mean a great deal to helping further the development.
The fact of the matter is we've got a lot of opportunity on Euclid Avenue, we've got a lot of opportunity on Chester and on Payne to continue rehabbing and developing some of the properties. I only see good things continuing. I see the bridge with the Asian community getting even stronger. I see the residential component growing. And you know, you've got an organization that is able to not only be a strong advocate for business, but a strong advocate for issues like the Interbelt and making sure that transportation projects like the Euclid Corridor work for the neighborhood.
Hopefully the technology center will evolve as we have it planned. Apparently there will be a bike park.
I just see a neighborhood, a very busy, bustling neighborhood. Lots of businesses, lots of entrepreneurs. You know, there's a lot of opportunity for people to start up businesses.
I think you're going to see not just businesses, but I think you're also going to have residential. I think there are going to be people who are going to be, they see the silver line, that in 10 or 25 years, I think it's going to become an avenue, and what an avenue truly is.
We think that MidTown is exceptional, and that's why it's one of the first of 3 different areas to be awarded an Innovation Zone grant.
I used to refer to people like Mort and others as urban pioneers rebuilding a city where Cleveland used to be. They're rebuilding the city. I mean, it's going through a whole renaissance.
This is one of the few ready, prime, developable areas along Euclid Avenue that can really serve the function of a medical mart and medical complexes just down the road.
Here's a place that has geographic strengths, it has economic strengths, it has transportation strengths, and it's got human resource and human capital strengths. The state will continue to invest as a result.
I've worked and have worked in my history, 30 plus years with a lot of corporations, but never one more professional, more giving, more responsive than MidTown. So keep doing what you're doing.
We're just happy. I know this is their 25th anniversary for MidTown, and we hope that they have continued success.
All I'd like to do is say happy 25th anniversary. Keep up the good work.
I feel blessed to have been given this opportunity. It is tremendously rewarding, and I really do want to thank the organization, our board, those who gave me this opportunity.
The story of MidTown is the story of Cleveland, and that is a story of hope and success and forward looking to the future. And I think that I say on behalf of everyone at Cleveland City Council and on behalf of the city how sincerely grateful we are, and we want to thank everyone in MidTown for being the people that they are and truly inspiring us at City Hall to keep doing more and whatever we can to help people like the people of MidTown.